Gutfoxx here. So, light week, right? Light week. We got a lot of things Thursday, right? The 25th. So, our next thing is Friday. And I'm going to talk about a whole host of things in this video. So, not just on the content schedule. We'll talk about, like, the best cards at All-Star right now. Maybe we'll go through some of them. They did kind of throw me for a loop on Thursday when because if you guys recall, the previous Sunday or Monday, I put out video similar to this one where I do it like once a week. Going over, is this Market Sunday? What I think's on a way, right? Like last year and the year before, we got stub sales, which would have been the 25th. This year, they went back to back with a flash sale. So I wasn't as stub rich as I'd hoped to be going into flash sales. And you know what? It's all right, right? And I'll talk about some of the collections, everything on its way. But nothing to the schedule for this week, which, you know, it's a holiday coming up. Tuesday, they're probably just coming back in the office. They don't got anything scheduled, at least on the schedule. Friday, new roster update. We'll talk about those investments and everything and what I look to do on those Fridays. Lou Gehrig Day. Don't know what that's happening. The May Monthly on the 7th of June. I think 7th of June we'll have a new event. That's about, I think maybe a day or so later, or 2 days later, is when a ranked is getting redone. And you guys have talked enough about ranked. That's actually, the 9th, so 2 days later. So 6-9 is when ranked ends. I've gone from like 198 to 670. It's interesting because like I feel like by the time I got close to this last season, I was pretty close to finishing off the program for the boss pack. Now I'm at 11 earned total, and that's through just over 50 innings played. So from like whatever the reset was, to 600, I've only been able to get 54 innings in. So I probably will not be able to get this no-sell pack, which is too bad since they nerfed it multiple ways. But I'm not going to talk about that long. I've already had videos out about that. I'm not going to retread into ranked and why I didn't like that and the BR change. Let's go ahead, talk about what I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about investments, and I want to talk about a little thing. Who are the best all-star players, right? Because like I've been playing mostly on all-stars as the season went along. I faced some goons, right? Check out the wheel of ranked as we try and make our way to World Series in the wheel spin series. I've seen some goons. We've had some absolute sweat fests here in all-star, and I want to talk about what makes a good card in all-star versus maybe Hall of Fame and higher. And really, it has to do with contact, vision, and those things. Obviously, defense plays into it, but that defense is equally important in all difficulties. So, for example, a card that's insanely good in All-Star, but isn't that good at higher difficulties would be like Ryan Braun, right? 90 contact, 95 vision, but really I look at the contact, right? What I love about this Braun is that he's a power swinging guy, right? He gets the ball in the air, high power, so that ball's going to go over the fence. Good quirks, like, you know, right? Dead red, breaking ball, bad ball hitter. Good ones, first pitch if you really get aggressive. Although a lot of people just throw you balls first pitch, so you just wait on it anyways. So he's like the perfect all-star card because he's swinging for the fences. He has a pull swing. And an all-star, I think most of this is all-star. I think this is almost all ranked. 24 games. Maybe he was on the event for a game or two. I don't know. But 617 batting average, 2100 OPS. And you're like, well, maybe Fox, you know, you are a god tier gamer. Doesn't everybody hit that same wave for you? Some people don't, right? Some people don't. I don't know what it is. Lou Gehrig has been playing very similar for me. A little bit fewer at bats for him, but 353, which is he's equalized contact power, so it feels like he's more like line drive guy. I don't think he's a pull swing either. So Lou, while good, isn't like an all-star god. Another all-star god, he's not on my spin the wheel squad yet. He's actually got great contact right, contact left, vision. So he's a little different. But again, a heavy pull swing. This DJ BC Raw, Brandon Crawford, he's been incredible for me. And the other one that I really, really like, I'm really surprised I like a righty this month, is True. Now, where is True? Is he a 97? Isn't he a shortstop? Where is True? There he is, 97. This card has been psycho for me. 706 and 34 at bats, 2400 OPS. You know, he's got 24 hits, 7 of them doubles, 8 home runs. This card, I don't know what it's up with this guy. Its vision's low, and I guess vision is, more important at higher difficulties because it does open up timing windows, but something about the true. Obviously, small sample size or whatever, but 24 hits out of 34 at-bats, and he's got some lineouts in there too, but a high speed, good defender. Like, this is another all-star god, I feel like. Maybe on, like, higher difficulties with only 93 contact right, you're not going to have as much fun with him as, say, somebody that will be a little bit more forgiving with the 125 contact of Jeter. And Jeter played well for me, don't get me wrong. Jeter's been very good, but he's much better at higher difficulties than true. So just know the cards that are good are different based off the difficulties you're playing on. And that's the whole point I'm trying to make. You can go along and look at other cards. I know Brandon Lowe's really nice. He got a sweet swing, too. Sweet swings are generally pull swings for me. So maybe you like opposite swings better, like a Jimmy Fox or a Hank Aaron. They got opposite field swings. Not that many of those in the game. So it threw us for a loop, right? Let's go back to investments, okay? With the stub sale, right? You can see it on the market, right? You can see it far side of the screen over there. So the stub sale came out and it lowered prices, right? And then now the prices seem to be rebounding a bit back up. Now people are, coming back in the game. They're not as cheap, not as easy to get. Some of these packs that were in the game are now gone. So what's happening, right? Prices really are rebounding nicely here. Should you sell? Should you take a profit? Should you get greedy, right? Here's the thing. You can't go broke taking a profit, right? Along with, pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. It's oftentimes not that great to be too greedy. Now, I don't know when they're going to come out with stub sale. I don't know if they're ever going to come out with a stub sale. I would anticipate one coming here. I like I said, thrown for a loop. We didn't get one last week. Instead, we got flash sales for the second time before stub sale. So we'll end up seeing what's on their way. But, it's not a bad idea to get out from under it. There's been a lot of confusion. One thing I will say, I've seen people talk about this in Twitch chat, and I have to keep correcting them. Ranked seasons resetting on the 9th is not the same as the sets that are resetting in July. We still have a whole month plus of set 2, right? So set 1's not going away because like the first ranked season and the first set, those were on timing, but the second ranked season and set 2 are not the same timing. So I just wanted to make sure you guys know that. So talk about collections. I decided to sell off a lot of the core cards that have been inflated to like 20K now. So now I don't have enough to do Seager, but I don't care. I'm not done with the BR program. I'm still going to grind that a little bit, so I'm going to have more of the new BR program. That's when I'll figure Seager. I like Seager's really good, don't get me wrong. I just feel like if I want a player, obviously my wheel spin squad could just like, all of a sudden I have to choose Seager and then I have to finish it off and spend whatever stubs, but luckily I haven't had to choose them yet for the wheel spin. But overall, if you got Jeter done, if you got that kind of stuff, I feel like there are competitive shortstops, especially an All-Star, like I said, True, even though he's a little bit slower. Set 1, these are the ones that you probably want to be like, okay, maybe I should start thinking about offloading them. We still got a month left of these cards. You're only able to sadly bring one of these guys forward starting in July. But it might not be a bad idea to start thinking about shifting over maybe to more set 2 guys. The thing about set 2 is there's not a ton of guys out here that are really buyable. A lot of these things are just grindable, which I think is cool, right? It's grind 97, right? The meme this year, grind 97. I guess we could do a grind 99 here. Grind 97, buy 99s. Kirsch, Willie Mays, etc. This kind of stuff. So it might not be a bad idea. There's been a lot better. It feels like there's a lot better like pitchers here in set 2 than hitters. Where set 1 came out with a bunch of great pitchers. He's back up to 100K. He was down around 90. I think he got down to 88. I think it's the lowest I saw him. So he's back up and bounced up for Chapman. So set 2, you're going to start to see more big units, more Randys. You're going to start wanting more righties in your lineup. And what's going on with the market, right? If it stays, like I've talked about this often in Madden. It hasn't been that way in Madden in recent years. Where like they start giving us like they get content like 5 days a week in Madden. Whereas this game gives it like once or twice. You got to factor in a little bit of staleflation. Like if the game stays stale, it's the same cards. We're still generating stubs daily. Like you get a little bit of inflation, right? People still buy stubs. Obviously cards get unlocked. Cards rarely get pulled out of packs, but it's called staleflation is what I kind of termed it in Madden. You see that a little bit in this year's game. When there's no content for a while and we keep playing the game, card prices do go up because there's more stubs chasing the same amount of cards, as cards aren't really pulled out of packs that frequently at all. Because packs in this game are brutally bad. The ones you can argue will stay similar, maybe Sale, because people will find these packs are still available, and if they have stubs, they'll be drunk and they'll spend on it for some reason. It's a terrible idea. Duo. So the new ones don't really get affected as much by staleFlation. I'm thinking more older cards that maybe aren't in packs, that aren't that supply like the new cards have. So just an FYI, if you're wondering why card prices started to rebound up, obviously the flash sale lowered them, so it just makes a lot of sense why card prices go up, right? The flash sales bring things down, and then the other ones go back up. So I made a few investments. Jordan Walker, what did I buy him at during the sale? Yeah, he really hasn't gone up very much. I think I bought him around 30K. So now sell now is 34. So he really hasn't done anything at all, because I remember I had to buy him for the wheel spin squad at 90K. 90K I had to buy this guy at. So someone like this I'm going to keep holding on to, see if he does rebound back up, especially with that. Francisco Lindor, this was a great... Francisco Lindor and Bob Gibson, I've both already sold in the 30s. My extra investments, them from the rewards last season. So these are things maybe we want to look at going forward when set 2 changes out, when those things won't come back. As pretty good investments with extra stubs that we have when the set 2 to set 3 transition happens. But that's a month away. Just have that in the back of your mind. So, last thing, what to grind, how to grind. Obviously, Team Affinity. It sucks that I'm just grinding Team Affinity just for cards so I can get Randy Johnson. But, do your showdowns, do your moments, do everything. And then what I really like, Big W, is adding these NL East Incognito Parallel XP. Now, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. Can you get 1,000 Parallel XP in one game? Can you get more than that? Because I know people have said they just kind of go into like rookie games against bad teams and play versus CPU, get 1,000 XP, and then just grind out 1,000 every game. So it's be like, what, 10 games to get all of it done from where I'm at right now? Which, that's a few hours of grinding and it's boring. It's just, it's another way if you just don't want to think and you want to grind. Because I'm not sure you can get like, if you get like 2,000 PXP, I don't think you get 10,000 TA reward. I think it only goes 1,000. Then you got to start a new game, do a new 1,000. So we'd have to like perfect the timing and how to get 1,000 PXP in a game on play versus CPU. Otherwise, you can, obviously you want to throw in like future stars and stuff and grind with cards that you unlock through the actual central and stuff to make it a lot quicker too. So that's kind of like how people are grinding without actually doing like, mini seasons, without doing a lot of the other things that maybe they don't like. If you don't like Conquest, I would say go ahead and do Conquest. If you're going to grind the computer, you might as well do it and get multiple rewards instead of just doing the same thing over and over, because you basically playing the same game mode in Conquest, but you have some mini games between that. So anyways, that's where the wheel squad stands right now. It's okay. The defense left side of the infield's bad. I think before our next game, I'll run out of morale, so I'll have to find a new third baseman. I think it looks like Walker or Kiner goes back to the outfield, or DH. Braun goes back to third base. So our wheel squad will probably look something similar to Walker or Kiner. Walker's so much better defensively. He's been hitting like a ton. So probably something like this for our wheel squad next time is where we're sitting. All right, that's it for the video. I rambled long enough. Bye.